in particular, I want to ask you about the question of leasehold. Now, when you were in opposition, you criticised the leasehold system as being the remnants of a feudal age. And you called on Michael Gove at the time to expedite and hurry his government's then proposals for changing leasehold reform, because you said that leaseholders simply could not wait. Now, at one point, your party promised to do something within 100 days. As it stands by my count, you've got no fewer than 6 different consultations on this matter, different parts of this matter, which will run towards the end of the Parliament. Why did you tell Michael Gove to hurry up when you're being so unspeakably slow?
Well, we did tell Michael Gove to hurry up, and we did tell him to be more ambitious. And what we got was a fairly limited, as you will recall, leasehold and freehold reform bill. So the amount that we had to do to finish off that reform of the system, to bring it finally to an end, was greater. That's why we clarified that we weren't going to be able to do things in 100 days, that it would take longer. But I sort of draw your listeners' attention back to 2 things. One, this is a system that goes back to the Norman era. I think it is incredibly bold and radical, if I might say so, for a government to commit to abolishing the system within a single parliament. That's no previous government has managed to do that. Michael Gove certainly didn't do. But secondly, you will know that we discovered on assuming office that 2024 Act that the previous government had passed had a small number of serious but specific flaws.
Why do you have to consult, though, on 6 different matters when, as you know, most of the policies that you're talking about, and most of this is well known, and most of it goes back to outstanding recommendations from the Law Commission, which is now half a decade old? Why did you promise immediate action and action quickly when we knew how complicated this was? You knew that this system went back to the Norman era. You sold these people a false idea, a false prospectus.
I don't accept that at all. I don't accept that at all. Where we need to consult, let's just be clear, it's not on whether we take forward a specific reform, it's how we do it to ensure that in practical terms is it of lasting benefit to leaseholders. And the point I was going to make is we discovered on assuming office, yes, we knew it was complicated, but we didn't know the 2024 Act had a series of specific flaws that mean we cannot switch on the provisions in that bill.
And why is it going to take a whole parliament to sort out? A whole parliament?
A whole parliament to end the feudal system of leasehold in its entirety, Lewis, I don't think is going slow in anyone's estimation. Well, and we are already acting. The regulations we're bringing into force tomorrow on right to manage will allow many more leaseholders across the country to take control of their buildings, to get a grip on extortionate and excessive service charges. So what I would say to leaseholders out there is, we know you're frustrated, we know you're suffering in a variety of respects. We're trying to switch on the legislation that's on the statute book already as fast as we possibly can, but we're going to do it in a way that's of lasting benefit for you. We're not going to rush and ensure that flawed legislation goes through.
Is part of the reason, Mr. Pennycook, is part of the reason for the delay as a result of freeholders trying to delay it through the courts by trying to claim that the ECHR protects them under their rights to property? Is that part of the problem?
Well, yeah, we do have. It's a matter of public record. We have a number of legal challenges from freeholders, judicial review challenges.
Including some friends of the Prime Minister.
Well, let's not get into the cab rank rule and how lawyers take up cases. We have a number of legal challenges from freeholders. And there will be people that try and resist reform in this area. I'd go back to the point of why we have got to do the legislation, yes, quickly, but carefully in a way so the reforms are watertight. And consulting for a period of weeks doesn't hurt in that regard in ensuring you have a legal...
Months. Will you guarantee, just final question on this, Mr. Pennycook, you therefore guarantee, you give your word and the government's word to leaseholders that this system will be abolished by the end of this Parliament?
Absolutely.
Matthew Pennycook there, MP for Greenwich and Woolwich, Minister for State for Housing and Planning.